Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to virtually hold the first pre-budget consultations with top industrialists to start pre-budget consultations with stakeholder groups in New Delhi in connection with the forthcoming General Budget 2021-22. Polling is on for the third and final phase of local body in Kerala's four northern districts, Malappuram, Kozhikode, Kannur and Kasaragod. Counting of votes to take place on December 16th. Results of zila panchayats elections in North and South Goa to be announced today. Counting ongoing at 15 notified centres. In India, the number of active COVID-19 cases falls below 3,62,000 mark. Recovery rate increases to 94.98%, while fatality rate is 1.45%. And in the US, first round of COVID-19 vaccinations to begin today. General Gustav Perna, in charge of distribution, informs that first 3 million doses of the vaccine to be shipped across all states this weekend. Meanwhile, new nationwide lockdown to come into force from Wednesday in Germany. Good morning. You're watching DD News and I'm Preeti presenting the bulletin. In the next half an hour, we'll get an account of everything that's been making it to the headlines. Let's get you an update on the farmers' protest. Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar yesterday addressed a delegation of over 100 farmers from Uttarakhand who extended their support to the new farm laws. Also, a delegation of Punjab BJP leaders led by State President Ashwini Sharma met Tomar and Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Delhi yesterday. Stressing that reforms are necessary for a new India, Narendra Singh Tomar said that these reforms will benefit farmers in the long run. Meanwhile, today, on the 19th day of the agitation, the farmers have threatened to further intensify it. A day-long hunger strike has been planned for today. Security has been tightened accordingly. We get to more in this report.
Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar on Sunday held talks with farmers from Uttarakhand as the protest against new farm acts entered the 19th day. This comes a day after he reached out to farmers from Haryana.
उत्तराखंड के किसान बड़ी संख्या में कृषि सुधार बिलों का समर्थन करने के लिए मेरे यहाँ आए थे। भारत सरकार की ओर से ऐसे सभी किसान भाइयों का हृदय से बहुत बहुत स्वागत है, बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन है। उन्होंने कृषि सुधार बिलों को समझा, उसके बारे में अपनी राय दी और अपना समर्थन व्यक्त किया। इसके लिए मैं भारत सरकार की ओर से सभी किसान भाइयों का आभार प्रकट करता हूं।
माननीय कृषि मंत्री जी ने ये कहा, आश्वासन दिया हमें कि हम लोग किसानों के साथ बैठ के बात करके इसका समाधान निकालेंगे, क्योंकि कृषि मंत्री ने ये कहा किसान हमारे हैं, हम किसानों का किसी तरह का उत्पीड़न नहीं होने देंगे। किसानों की आड़ में कुछ लोग राजनीति कर रहे हैं, जिसका नुकसान हमारे किसान भाइयों को हो रहा है।
हम आज किसान की तरह आए हैं, बात की है मंत्री जी से। उन्होंने बताया कि हमने ऐसा ऐसा ये चीज मानी भी है, ये करी भी है, तो उन्होंने उसका पूरा आश्वासन दिया, सारा कुछ किया, टेबल पे बात चल रही है। तो मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि सरकार कहीं से कहीं तक किसानों के खिलाफ नहीं है। माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार जब किसी भी सेक्टर में किसी के भी खिलाफ नहीं है, तो ये किसानों के खिलाफ कैसे हो सकती है?
Earlier in the day, Home Minister Amit Shah and Agriculture Minister went into a huddle with BJP leaders from Punjab to review the situation. The government reiterated that the reforms would benefit the farmers, although it could consider suitable amendments to the acts.
प्रधानमंत्री जी माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी खुद इसकी मॉनिटरिंग कर रहे हैं, गृह मंत्री जी इसकी बैठ के ले रहे हैं, माननीय तोमर साहब सब लगातार प्रयास कर रहे हैं और इसके अंदर जिस तरह से विपक्ष है वो इसके अंदर रोड़ा डालने का प्रयास कर रहा है। ये बिल प्योरली किसानों के लिए बना है, तो मेरा तो यही कहना है कि किसानों को 2 कदम आगे बढ़ना चाहिए और इस बिल का समर्थन करना चाहिए और निश्चित रूप से कुछ उसका अगर उनको संशोधन की अगर लगता है तो उसके लिए भारत सरकार तैयार है।
The BJP accused the opposition of spreading misinformation about the reforms and instigating the agitating farmers. The party says it will educate the farmers about the benefits of the new acts and dispel the myths circulated by the opposition. Union Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad addressed farmers at Bakhtiarpur in Bihar. In his speech, the minister recounted the benefits of new farm acts and cautioned people against vested interests seeking to exploit the situation. And Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath spoke about farm reforms at the inauguration of an agricultural university's library in Meerut.
हम कहने को तैयार हैं कि एमएसपी नहीं हटेगी, तो कौन लोग हैं कह रहे हैं कि जब तक ये कानून हटेगा नहीं, हम पीछे हटेंगे नहीं। तो हम भी कहना चाहेंगे बड़े आदर के साथ, भारत सरकार किसानों का बहुत सम्मान करती है, नरेंद्र मोदी जी किसानों का बहुत सम्मान करते हैं और देश के किसान भी मोदी जी का बहुत सम्मान करते हैं। हर जगह हम जीत रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर किसानों के आंदोलन की आड़ में भारत को तोड़ने वाले लोग, टुकड़े टुकड़े लोग पीछे होकर आंदोलन के कंधे से गोली चलाएंगे तो उनके खिलाफ बहुत सख्त कार्रवाई भी की जाएगी। ये भी हम बहुत साफ साफ कहना चाहते हैं।
राजीव गांधी जी देश के प्रधानमंत्री रहे। प्रधानमंत्री जब थे तब उन्होंने इस बात पे चिंता व्यक्त की थी कि दिल्ली से 100 रुपया आता है, लेकिन एक किसान और एक मजदूर तक पहुंचते पहुंचते वह केवल 10 रुपये रह जाता है। ये 90 रुपया कौन चढ़ कर जाता है? ये वही चढ़ कर जाते हैं जो आज किसानों की प्रगति और देश की प्रगति पर हो हल्ला करके, देश के अंदर गुमराह करके अव्यवस्था और अराजकता का माहौल पैदा करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, farmers continued their sit-in at the Singhu border, Tikri and Ghazipur. They threatened to intensify their agitation. A day-long hunger strike was planned for Monday. They have also threatened to remove barriers on the Jaipur-Delhi and Delhi-Agra highways. Security has accordingly been tightened. Police personnel have been deployed at the Rajasthan border. The government said it was open for talks with farmers. So far, 6 rounds of talks have been held. The government had made certain proposals in writing after the last round of talks, which the farmers rejected out of hand. DD India.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will begin her pre-budget consultations with different stakeholder groups from today in connection with the forthcoming General Budget 2021-22. It will be for the first time that budget consultations will happen virtually in the wake of COVID-19 outbreak. In a tweet, the Ministry of Finance informed that the first pre-budget consultations with top industrialists will be spread over morning and afternoon sessions. The Finance Minister is likely to present her second budget of Modi government too on 1st February 2021. It is a common practice for the Finance Minister to meet various stakeholders, including farmers' organizations, economists, civil society and industry bodies as part of the pre-budget consultative exercise. Meanwhile, Nirmala Sitharaman yesterday reviewed implementation of Atmanirbhar Bharat package with secretaries of all ministries and departments concerned. In an official release, the ministry said that various ministries and departments have started implementing the packages or the schemes under the 3 Atmanirbhar Bharat packages. In Kerala, voting for the third and final phase of local body elections is underway. Voting is being held in 6,867 wards in 354 local bodies across 4 districts of Kasaragod, Kannur, Kozhikode and Malappuram. The entire election process is being held adhering to the strict COVID guidelines. Polling will be concluded by 6 p.m. COVID patients and quarantined voters can do their voting through special postal ballots distributed via special polling officers. The patients and quarantined people who could not be included in this list have been given opportunity to vote directly at the polling station after 6 p.m. equipped with a full PPE kit. The first phase of the elections witnessed 73.12% polling, while 76.78% was recorded in the second phase. The counting will take place on December 16th, when fate of 1,200 local bodies will be decided. The elections are expected to be a tough 3-cornered fight between CPI-led LDF, Congress-led UDF and BJP-led NDA. Results of zila panchayat elections in North and South Goa will be announced today. Counting started from 8 a.m. at 15 notified centres. 56.82% voting was recorded for 48 constituencies on Saturday. Out of a total 50 constituencies, polling was postponed in Navilam due to death of Congress candidate, while at Sankol, BJP candidate was elected unopposed. Out of the total 200 candidates, 41 are from BJP, 37 from Congress, 6 from NCP, 17 from Mago Party, 20 from AAP. Rashtra Samaj Party has 1 candidate, while 78 are independents. The election was earlier scheduled to be held on March 22nd, and campaigning for the polls had already been carried out by political parties, but it was postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic. The result of Bodoland Territorial Council election has come as a shot in the arm for the BJP. The party and its new ally are all set to wrest control of the council for the first time.
After winning local body polls in Rajasthan in the beginning of the week, the BJP had another good show in Bodoland Territorial Council polls after the results were announced on Sunday. Ruling Bodoland People's Front got 17 seats, BJP's new ally United People's Party Liberation won 12 seats, BJP 9, while the Congress and the Gand Suraksha Party bagged 1 seat each. The Assam BTC has a majority figure of 21 in a total of 40 seats. In the BTC elections, UPPL, BJP and GSP have won 22 seats in total.
BJP had only 1 seat earlier. It has won 9. And with partnership of UPPL, it has got absolute majority.
After announcement of BTC result, UPPL, a regional outfit of Bodoland area, GSP, another regional outfit of Bodoland area, and Bharatiya Janata Party has officially entered into an alliance, and we are going to stake claim to form the next BTC. All the 3 parties has chosen Sri Pramod Boro, President of UPPL, as their leader.
हम लोग एक साथ बीटीआर के गवर्नमेंट बना रहे हैं, तो हम बीटीआर वासी लोगों को हम धन्यवाद देते हैं कि बीटीआर वासी ने हम लोग को इस चुनाव में इतना सपोर्ट किया.
After NDA's victory, PM Modi tweeted and thanked people for reposing faith in them. NDA is committed to serving the people of the Northeast. I congratulate our ally UPPL and BJP Assam for securing a majority in the Assam BTC election and wish them the very best in fulfilling people's aspirations. I thank the people for placing their faith in the NDA. Home Minister Amit Shah also expressed happiness over the performance of NDA. He said, NDA secured a comfortable majority in Assam BTC election. Congratulations to our ally UPPL, CM Sarbanand Sonowal, Himanta Biswa Sarma, Ranjit Kumar Das and BJP Assam unit. I thank people of Assam for their continued faith in PM Narendra Modi's resolve towards a developed Northeast. BJP President JP Nadda also took to Twitter and said, congratulations to NDA partner UPPL and Assam CM Sarbanand Sonowal, State President Ranjit Kumar Das, Senior Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and BJP Assam for securing clear majority in Assam BTC election. The result shows the faith of people in leadership and policies of Honorable PM Narendra Modi ji. Meanwhile, BJP is upbeat over the results of the Rajasthan Panchayat Samiti and Zila Parishad election in Rajasthan and attributed the success to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. BJP also pointed to a string of victories BJP has secured in diverse geographies.
असम का मामला हो, अरुणाचल का हो, राजस्थान का हो, हैदराबाद का हो, बिहार का हो, मध्य प्रदेश, यूपी, गुजरात, मणिपुर, कहीं भी जाओ, बीजेपी बढ़ रही है, कांग्रेस समाप्ति पर है.
BJP's electoral victories are crucial because they are coming at a time when some farmers' organizations are protesting, demanding the withdrawal of 3 agricultural laws. The party says that this victory is showing the public's trust in the policies of the Modi government across the country. With inputs from Assam Bureau, DD India.
The Karnataka State Road Transport Corporation strike, which is on for the last 3 days, has intensified and talks have failed with the employees of KSRTC and the BMTC. The government is expected to take stock of the situation on Monday and also take further action. The Road Transport Corporation employees have kept off the road in protest so that their demands can be met. The meeting with Chief Minister had resulted in assurance that some demands will be met after the government agreed on some terms, but the employees refused to return to work. The state government has appealed to the Transport Department employees to call off their strike as commuters were facing hardships. Union Law and Justice Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad today virtually addressed the FICCI's 93rd Annual General Meeting. that is Digital India, aiming to make 6 crore people in rural areas across India digitally literate, doing away with the middlemen. He reiterated Prime Minister's changed mantra of work from anywhere, from work from home. He added that today 85% IT industry is doing work from home due to COVID pandemic, which is being applauded by the world.
The inclusive character of Digital India, which we had conceived, could ultimately reach the common people's life through digital delivery without any middle. When the COVID came, the issue posed a serious challenge. And then we came with the idea of work from home. And today 85% of India's IT industry continue to work from home. And now we have finalized it. PM said make it permanent. And now you can work from anywhere. So this is a great support which we could give to the IT industry during these challenging times. And the whole world is applauding.
India, Iran and Uzbekistan will hold their first trilateral virtual meeting today on the joint use of strategic Chabahar port against the backdrop of reports that incoming Joe Biden administration in the US will re-engage Tehran on the nuclear issue. In a statement, Ministry of External Affairs said that India welcomes the interest of Uzbekistan to use Chabahar port as a transit port. It said that this will open up economic opportunities for the traders and business community of the region. Besides Uzbekistan, other Central Asian countries have also shown interest in using this port. The government of Bangladesh on Sunday signed an agreement with the Serum Institute of India for procurement of 3 crore doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. The vaccine will be delivered in 6 installments of 50 lakh doses each. Health Minister Zahid Malik told the media after the signing of the agreement that the vaccine has proved safe during trials in different countries and it is suitable for Bangladesh, reports the news agency UNB. He said that the government is also in talks with other countries to procure more doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. Bangladesh Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen has said that Swadhinata Sadak between Bangladesh and India will be opened on 26 March next year. He said that the road remains functional on the Indian side while it will be connected through Mujibnagar, Meherpur district in Bangladesh. He said that Chelahati Haldirbari rail link, which was active till 1965, will be inaugurated during the summit meeting between the two prime ministers on December 17th. Speaking to media in Dhaka on Sunday, Foreign Minister Dr. Momen said that the relationship between the two countries was historic and time-tested. Calling the current phase of Bangladesh-India ties as the golden chapter, Dr. Momen said that the two countries have set an example by resolving issues like land border agreement and maritime boundaries through dialogue and discussions. RSS leader Indresh Kumar released a book based on the life of famous Indian Sanskrit grammarian Bhagirath Prasad Tripathi Vaghyoga Vaibhavam on the occasion of his 87th birthday on Saturday. Vaghyog Samman was awarded to prominent personalities from various fields at the ceremony. In the series, the highest Rashtriya Ratna honor was awarded posthumously to Sanskrit scholar from Uttarakhand and eminent writer late Krishna Kumar Ayurvedalkar. Besides, Vice Chancellor of Allahabad University, Dr. Sangeeta Srivastav, Vice Chancellor of Gujarat Central University, Dr. Rama Shankar, and Vice Chancellor of Himalayan University, Dr. Rajesh Nyathani, were also honored with Rashtriya Ratna.
संसार से जोड़ करके विद्या प्राप्त की जा सकती है और कण का सत्य करके धार्मिकता प्राप्त की जा सकती है।
भारत में और विश्व में जितने मत पंथ उपमत हैं, जितनी जाति उपजातियों में विश्व और भारत इस समय विविधता में दिखाई देता है, अन्य कुछ भेदों में दिखाई देता है। तो क्या इन भेदों से मुक्त मानव और मानव समूह और व्यवस्था जन्म ले सकती है या नहीं? और राम सबके हैं, राम सब में है, इसमें से ये संभावना है।
A thick layer of smog shrouded parts of Delhi and its neighbouring region on Monday morning, decreasing visibility significantly. The Indian Met Department predicts that dense fog will continue to hover over the city for the next 3 days. Now, as per the IMD, visibility was below 200 meters early in the morning. Rains on Saturday increased moisture content in the air, and that led to dense fog in parts of the city. On Sunday, the minimum temperature settled at 11.5 degrees Celsius, with the wind direction changing to northwesterly. Now, these winds blow from snow-laden western Himalayas towards the plains. Meanwhile, Delhi's air quality was recorded very poor category and is likely to improve due to favourable wind speed. Mumbai city and adjoining Thane, Kalyan, Dombivli, Palghar and Raigad have been receiving moderate rains since morning. There has also been a dip in temperatures, with smog shrouding parts of the city, leading to decreased visibility. Latest satellite image indicates cloudiness over North Konkan region. According to the Met Department, cloudy sky over Mumbai and around expected to open up in later part of the day. Further, it will be cloudy with thunderstorms, with minimum temperatures at 22 degrees Celsius for the next 48 hours. Very quickly, we'll get you an update on the COVID-19 situation. The trend of recoveries exceeding new cases and low number of fatalities per day continues, leading to reduction of active caseload in the country. The recovery rate has improved to 94.98%. Steadily following the trend set over the past few weeks, India's active caseload has fallen to 3.57% of the total active cases. Active caseload further contracted to 3,52,586. The total recovered cases stand at 93,88,159 today. The gap between recovered cases and active cases is steadily increasing, and it has crossed 90 lakh today. A quick update on the global situation of COVID-19. When we talk of the cases have crossed 70 million and 1.61 million deaths have been reported. The total number of infections globally stood at 72 crore 62 lakhs 76,682. The US continues to be the worst affected from the pandemic, reporting over 16 crore 73 lakh 5,332 cases. Now, the US also has the highest number of fatalities in the world from the virus, reporting over 3,6,451 deaths. Now, Brazil continues to trail behind US, reporting over 6.9 million cases respectively. Brazil has the second highest death toll in the world. Russia's tally stands at 26,53,928 and 46,941 deaths, making it the fourth most affected country in the world from the pandemic. Meanwhile, France is at the fifth position, reporting 23,76,852 cases and 57,911 deaths. The UK has reported 18,49,403 cases and 64,170 deaths, while Italy has reported 18,43,712 cases and 64,520 deaths. The death toll in the United States from COVID-19 is closing on the 3 lakh mark, and the total number of COVID-19 cases is expected to hit a record 16 million in the coming days, as millions of doses of a new vaccine are expected to start rolling from today onwards across America. The first batch of shots are expected to be aimed largely at healthcare workers and residents and the staff of long-term care facilities. Americans, already weary from months of lockdowns, enter a holiday season under pressure to stay home, avoid gatherings and curtail Christmas shopping, forcing most major cities to remain under strict rules imposed by state and local officials. The first vaccine was approved by Friday by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and is expected to touch off a mass inoculation campaign of unparalleled dimension to end the pandemic. On the other hand, workers at a Pfizer factory in Michigan dispatched the first shipments of its COVID-19 vaccine on Sunday, launching the largest and the most complex vaccine distribution project ever in the United States. Workers clapped and whistled as the first boxes were moved towards waiting trucks. The long-awaited moment comes as infections and deaths from COVID-19 are surging in the United States. The Germans are in fact facing up to a nationwide new lockdown coming into force from Wednesday. All non-essential shops, schools and beauty practitioners will close under the new restrictions. Private gatherings will remain limited to not more than 5 people from 2 households, and although the rules will be eased slightly over Christmas holidays. Germany's government district was quiet on Sunday. Berlin's shopping streets have been packed in the recent days, while crowds have also gathered around mulled wine stands. The restrictions beginning next week include a blanket outdoor alcohol ban. The new restrictions were announced by Chancellor Angela Merkel on Sunday. While announcing the restrictions, Merkel said that a new lockdown is necessary in Germany because lighter measures to curb the spread of the virus did not work well enough. Italy plans to set up primrose-shaped pavilions in the artistic squares to dispense vaccines against COVID-19 during a campaign that kicks off next month. Architect Stefano Boeri has donated an architectural and communicative concept behind the anti-COVID-19 vaccination campaign. The integrated proposal includes the design for the temporary pavilions to be used for administrating vaccine in the main Italian squares and a mobile information totem to be set up in public places. The circular structure of the pavilions can be easily dismantled and reassembled and will rest on a prefabricated wooden base, which will also be used for supporting various systems in the internal rooms. Inside the pavilions, there will be space for medical staff to administer vaccine, storage, changing rooms and toilets. Italy hopes to begin vaccinating socio-medical staff and residents of homes for elderly with 1.8 million doses in mid-January. A shooter who had opened fire at a Christmas show in front of St. John the Divine Cathedral in Harlem has died after being shot in the head by the cops. The gunman began with firing 2 semi-automatic handguns at the steps of a landmark New York City cathedral yesterday. New York Police Commissioner said that the man had a lengthy criminal history and was carrying a bag containing a can of gasoline, rope, wire, knives and a Bible. The 45-minute concert had just concluded and people were starting to walk away when a series of shots were heard, sending people running down Amsterdam Avenue, screaming and diving to the sidewalk. It wasn't clear if the gunman was aiming at people or firing in the air. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu welcomed President Donald Trump's announcement of a normalization deal between Israel and Morocco as a historic peace between us. Netanyahu said that it would lead to direct flights between Morocco and Israel and that the 4th US brokered deal between Israel and an Arab country in recent months would be a very warm peace. Thanking Trump, he added that he wants to thank the King of Morocco, King Mohammed VI, for taking this historic decision to bring historic peace between the countries. And tourists are flocking to southern Chile to experience total solar eclipse that will darken the skies today across a swath of land passing over Chile and Argentina. On Sunday, residents and tourists alike were buying up special eyewear to safely view the astronomical event in the town of Villarrica. The eclipse will peak just after noon in Villarrica when the moon moves in front of the sun, blotting out the midday light. Parts of Chile are some of the best locations in the world to watch the heavens due to clear the skies. That's it in this edition of the News this hour. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
हर जोखिम से निकल कर फसल आए सुरक्षित